Hello, welcome back to the next class. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing? XAT is an exam based for the MBA. So it's an MBA preparation exam. All right, so let's start the question. This is a question. Just a minute. Try with us. Easy question, first of all. Here's the question. You can try this question. This question is based on simple interest uh, the topic. It's an easy question. You can use the calculator if you want to. Saksham, you can still try this question. Okay. All right, so let's start the question now. So in this question, there is a man who borrows 6,000 rupees at 5% interest. So let's suppose he borrows 6,000. There it is. At 5% interest. So this 5%, it is not given in the question. It is simple interest or compound interest. So we always assume that it is always simple interest. It's always simple interest. So 5% is applied over 6,000. And then on the reducing balance at the start of the year. So whatever is reduced on that particular amount, you have to apply that 5%. If he repays 1,200 at the end of each year, so let's just find, let's suppose after 1 year, after first year. So there is a 6,000 rupees plus 5%. 5% of 6,000 is 300 rupees. So it would be 6,300. And then he's paying back 1,200. So this is 5,100 remaining. So this is the remaining amount after first year. Similarly, 4155 is correct for us. Good. Then for the next year, 5% is applied. So this is 5,100. This is for the second year. and 10% is 510. So it is 5% would be how much? 2, 5, 5. So it would be 5355. And then 1200 is given. So it is 4155. So this is the outstanding loan amount at the beginning of the third year. Since it was asked beginning, so this is the answer. Easy question. We can say this is reason. And this was that PYQ question. So it can be possible that there are such type of question. So you have to be ready for any type. All right, moving to the next question now. Yeah, try this question. Go ahead. Saksham, well try, but read the question again. In this process, the surface area of the metal is increased by how much? Increased by. It is not saying you that it becomes. It becomes is different question. It is increased by is different question. So think. Okay, okay. The area has to be found. So area is like radius is square, none. So what is none? Like what is your correct answer according to you? All right, so let's start the question now. Laksham, you have done well. Just understand the slight mistake. A spherical metal of radius 10 centimeter is molten and made into 1,000 smaller pieces of equal radiuses. So we can say there is a bigger sphere of radius 10 and there are small spheres of radius we do not know, but they are 1,000 in quantity. So let's just balance the volume here. So volume is how much? Whenever there is a molten state, you have to balance the volume. So 4 upon 3 pi r cube is equal to 4 over 3 pi, and the radius, let's assume it is small r, and there are 1,000 balls. So when you balance it, sorry, the radius is 10. I have done the cube part. So it's 1,000 here. 1,000 equals to 1,000 r cube. We can say the radius equal to 1 centimeter. In this process, the surface area is increased by. So initially, how much is the surface area? It is 4 pi r square. The radius is 10. So initially, the Surface area is how much? It is 400 pi. This was the initial area. And how much it become? It becomes 4 pi. Radius is 1. The new radius is 1. So it becomes 4 pi. How much is the increase that you have to see? The increase. It is asking you about the increase suction. So it is increased by, how much is the difference? The difference is 36 pi. The difference is 36 pi over how much? 400 pi. So it is, this for the surface area is increased by 36 pi, basically you can say. Or how many times it is? So we can say it is 900%, right? So none of these, 9 times is the answer. It becomes 10 times. Increase by it is how much? That was question. That was the question. So 9 times, none of these. Okay, moving to the next now. Okay, where's the T? Okay, try this question. All right, so let's start the question now. So in this particular question, we have given. Meanwhile, who is solving the question? You can continue. A potter asked his two sons to sell some pots in the market. Amount received from for each pot was the same as number of pots sold. तो जितने pots बिके हैं, एक pot का जो selling price है वो quantity के बराबर है. तो अगर मैं कहता हूँ x pots बिके हैं तो एक pot का price कितना है? x rupees. Means we can say total price is how much? Total price is x into x, that is x square. So the total price is x square. Total it is x square. x क्वांटिटी है पॉट्स के और एक पॉट का प्राइस कितना है? x रुपीज. तो टोटल हो जाएगा x स्क्वायर. टू ब्रदर्स स्पेंड द एंटायर अमाउंट ऑन सम पॉकेट ऑफ पोटैटो चिप्स एंड वन पैकेट ऑफ बनाना चिप्स. आगे उसमें कॉस्ट भी दिया था उसने कि पोटैटो 10 रुपये का है और बनाने का प्राइस 10 रुपीज से कम है. तो ये चीज़ है हमारी बनाना प्लस सम पोटैटो चिप्स. बनाना का प्राइस पता नहीं पर इट इज गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन, इट इज लेस देन 10. एंड पोटैटो का प्राइस पता है यहाँ पे हमें, पर कितने पोटैटो खरीदें वो नहीं पता. तो लेट सपोज एन. पर यहाँ पे बनाना आपको पता है कि बनाने का केवल एक ही पैकेट है. सो दैट इज वाई बी का कोफिशिएंट 1 है और पोटैटो चिप्स का कोफिशिएंट कुछ n है और पोटैटो का वैल्यू कितना है 10. सो इट इज दिस इक्वेशन. सो वी हैव दिस इक्वेशन. दिस इज द बैलेंस्ड. Another thing, there are two brothers. One brother had the packet of banana chips along with some packet of potato chips. तो टोटल क्वांटिटी कितनी है मेरे पास? हाउ मच इज द क्वांटिटी? एक बनाना है, बनाना चिप्स हैं और एक n पैकेट्स हैं पोटैटो के. दिस इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन टू ब्रदर्स. ये दो भाइयों में बांट दिया सच दैट एक भाई को क्या मिलता है? बनाना चिप्स एंड सम क्वांटिटी ऑफ पोटैटो चिप्स. दूसरे भाई को क्या मिलता है? रिमेनिंग क्वांटिटी. यू कैन से वाई वट एवर कह सकते हो आप ये चीज. सच दैट दे आर इक्वल टू वन अनदर. ये दोनों एक दूसरे के बराबर हैं. ओके. उसने बोला है द पैकेट ऑफ चिप्स वर डिवाइडेड बिटवीन द ब्रदर्स सो ईच ब्रदर रिसीव इक्वल नंबर ऑफ पैकेट्स. दोनों मतलब ये चीज हमने बराबर करी दी है. दोनों को पैकेट क्वांटिटी वाइज सेम मिले. हाउ मच मनी शुड वन ब्रदर गिव टू द अदर टू मेक द डिवीजन फाइनेंशियली इक्विटेबल. मतलब वो कितना भाई ट्रांसफर करे दूसरे को सो दैट ये जो अमाउंट है डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो इवनली. So we have to just find the value of x b n क्वांटिटी. कितना कितना यहाँ पे सेटिस्फाई कर सकता है. बेसिकली इसको मुझे दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करना है. तो अगर मैं इसको दो पार्ट में डिवाइड करता हूँ तो n का वैल्यू क्या होना चाहिए फिर मेरे लिए? n मस्ट बी n. अगर मुझे इस पार्ट को डिवाइड करना है दो पार्ट्स में इक्वली, आई हैव टू डिवाइड दिस पार्ट इन टू इक्वल पार्ट्स. सो n मस्ट बी एन ऑड नंबर. तभी वो दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड होगा. लेट्स assume that n equals to 3. लेट्स assume as n equal to 3. अगर n 3 है तो मैं यहाँ पे वैल्यू रखता हूँ तो ये बन जाएगा 30. अब 30 से बड़ा ये परफेक्ट स्क्वायर है. इट इज अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. सो व्हाट कैन बी द पॉसिबिलिटी? इट कैन बी 36. 30 से बड़ा परफेक्ट स्क्वायर 36 होगा. तो उस समय b कितना होगा? 6. नाउ एवरी थिंग इज पॉसिबल हेयर कि हमने यहाँ पे b का कंडीशन क्या था? b 10 से छोटा होना चाहिए था. तो वो भी अभी सूट कर रहा है यहाँ पे. इट इज justifying the criteria. Okay. Now, how many quantities are there? So I'm just doing it here. Quantities कितने बनते हैं? तो क्वांटिटी है हमारे पास 1 + n और n को मैंने 3 माना. सो देर आर 4 क्वांटिटीज. पहले भाई को कितना मिलता है? एक उसको मिलेगा बनाना का पैकेट. ओके. और यहाँ पे अब कितने रह जाते हैं हमारे पास? 3. अब मुझे ही बताओ, 3 पोटैटो हैं, पोटैटो चिप्स के पैकेट हैं. आपको इसको इक्वल पार्ट्स में बांटना था. तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास इसको 2 मिलेंगे, इसको एक और मिलेगा. ऐसे ही बटेगा नहीं है. हमने 4 को इक्वल पार्ट्स में बांट दिया जहाँ पे अंडरलाइन पार्ट बता रहा है पोटैटो चिप्स के बारे में और ये 1 हमारा क्या है? बनाना का पैकेट. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? तो फर्स्ट ब्रदर के पास, इसको बैलेंस भी कर सकते हैं, फर्स्ट ब्रदर के पास कितना अमाउंट है, मतलब कितने उसने खर्च किए, हाउ मच डज ही स्पेंट। सो फर्स्ट ब्रदर हैज अ बनाना, बनाना कितने रुपए का मिल रहा है अभी मेरे मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ पे 6 रुपए का, और एक पैकेट है उसको पोटैटो चिप्स का, जो कितने का पड़ा, 10 रुपए का। तो ही हैज 16 रुपीज राइट नाउ। सेकेंड ब्रदर हैज हाउ मच, 2 पैकेट्स ऑफ पोटैटो चिप्स कॉस्टिंग हिम 20 रुपीज। आर यू गेटिंग दिस? तो देखो बैलेंस हो गया ना, 16 + 20 36, ये भी बैलेंस हो चुका है। अब वो बोलता है कितना मैं ट्रांसफर करूं कि ये चीज इक्वल हो जाए। तो अगर मैं 2 रुपये ट्रांसफर करता हूँ, बेसिकली एवरेज की बात कर रहा है वो, तो अगर मैं 2 रुपये ट्रांसफर करता हूँ यहाँ से यहाँ, तो ये 18 रुपये हो जाएंगे, और इसके पास भी 18 रुपये हो जाएंगे। सो जस्टिफाइंग ऑल द क्राइटेरिया। अब आप चेक कर सकते हो अगला केस भी। जैसे मान लो मैंने ऑन एन को ऑड बोला था, तो एन की वैल्यू आप 5 मानो। जब आप एन को 5 मानते हो और इसी इक्वेशन में वापस रखते हो, तो दिस विल गिव यू व्हाट, 50। नाउ 50 से बड़ा ऑड परफेक्ट स्क्वायर कौन होगा, तो इट इज 64 आई गेस, क्योंकि 49 से बड़ा ये जाएगा। अब यहाँ पे बी 14 हो जाएगा, विच इज नॉट पॉसिबल। आप एन को 2 भी, एन को 1 भी मान सकते हो। एन को अगर आपने 1 मान के चेक किया, तो एक्स स्क्वायर इक्वल टू बी प्लस 10, तो इट वुड बी वॉट, 16, यहाँ पे 6 हो जाएगा। देन अगेन यू कैन जस्टिफाई, आप बैलेंस करके देखोगे इट विल नॉट मैच, और यहाँ पे आपका वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो नहीं पाएगा। सो दिस इज द पॉसिबिलिटी फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन। क्वेश्चन आया समझ में? लेट मी नो। इट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन ऑफ सिंपल इक्वेशन, एंड कोई स्टेप पूछना है किसी को तो बताइए। सो द आंसर इज 2 हियर, द आंसर इज 2 फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन। एनी स्टेप यू वांट टू आस्क? Yes, all clear. Kindly give me a message, or you can give me some emojis if it is clear. You can say a like button. Okay, thank you. Moving to the next. Yeah, again a good question. Read the question. All right. So the question is saying that Ramya, based in Shampur, took her car from a 400-kilometer trip to Rampur. She maintained a log of the odometer readings and the amount of petrol she purchased at different petrol pumps at the different prices. Her car barely had 10 liters of petrol at the start of the journey, and she first purchased petrol at the start of journey. And she had 5 liters remaining at the end of journey. So this was the reading. Prices are given to you. Petrol purchased quantity. You have to find the mileage. How much is the mileage? And mileage is what? Kilometer per liter. So you have to divide the kilometer per liter. So take your time. I'm giving you some more time for this question. It can be solved. Yes, 8 mileage, 8 kilometer per hour is the correct answer. Very good, Shubham. Okay, I guess let's start the question now. So we have to find the mileage. The condition given something like this. Let me just make some space here. Okay, so we are given this. Let's understand this question. So she has to go from Shampur to Rampur, and there's a track of, this is a distance of 400 kilometer. This starting, she had how many liters? 10 liters. She had 10 liters already at the starting of the journey. Now, there are some checkpoints. The checkpoints are like this. There is a 400 kilometer, then 600, there is a 650, and 800. So there is a 400 at the start of the journey. Right? So these are the checkpoints. Now, let's assume she has filled some X more liter to cover this particular distance. So to cover this particular distance, how much is the mileage for this part? So the mileage for this particular part, it is, mileage is what? Kilometer per liter. Okay. So how much? Okay, one thing more, that she has, sorry, my bad. Already there are 10 liters in the car. She has purchased, petrol purchases 20 liters. She has purchased 20 liters. Okay. She has right now 30 liters in the car. Now, she has exhausted, let's suppose she has exhausted some X liters. X liters are consumed in this particular journey. So we can say the petrol remaining right now, how much petrol is remaining? It is 30 minus X. Right? So what is the mileage for this particular part, for the first trip? So this is 200 kilometer has been traveled by her, and divided by the total capacity, total consumption, sorry, total consumption is of how many liters? X liters. So this is the mileage for the first checkpoint. After that, she has filled 15 liters. When the reading is 600, she has filled 15 liters. So the total capacity is now 45 minus X. This is the total capacity right now. And let's assume again that for the next checkpoint, she has exhausted Y liters. So the remaining is this much. But what is the mileage for this particular part? It is 150 kilometer has, sorry, 50 kilometer has been traveled. 50 kilometer she has traveled with the Y liters. So this is the mileage, and mileage must be same. So this is the first relation between X and Y. After that, she has filled 10 more liters. So 10 more liters are filled here. It is 55 minus X minus Y right now. She has right now this much. Okay. And then it is given in the question that 5 liters are remaining. So at the end, 5 liters are remaining. So how much she has exhausted? So we have to subtract this part. We can say final is this 5. We have to subtract this. We have to subtract 55 minus x minus y from 5. So this will bring us to x plus y minus 50. So this much is the consumption of the petrol to cover 150 kilometers. So this is the mileage. So means everything is equal to one another now. We have these three equations. 200 divided by x equal to 50 divided by y equal to 150 divided by x plus y minus 50. So setting some relation here, I can clearly see here from the first two part, 4 times 4 x equal to 4y. So there is this relation from the first two. From the last two, I can say that there is some equation like this: x plus y minus 50 equal to 3y. I'm plugging the x value 4y. 4y plus y, 5y, and then 2y. So it will bring us to 2y equals to 50, which will give me y equals to 25. So solving the equation, it's manageable, I guess, right now. So y equals to 25. So what is the x value? X is 4 times of this, it is 100. So how much is the mileage? So 150 divided by, did I did something wrong? 150, 100. Is there any calculation mistake? Because I'm getting the answer to here right now. Let me see. So 200 kilometer has been traveled here, and we have 10 liters already, 20 liters, 30 consumed, 200 over x, 15 has been added, 45 minus x minus y. 5 is the remaining quantity. 4 x equal to 4y. This is correct. 3. Hmm. Oh, there's a mistake. Yes, I'm getting answer 2. Is it just not possible? Y has been consumed 10 liter. Oh, this is correct. This is correct. Uh, okay, okay. But I'm not finding my own mistake here. Uh, I guess I have to see this thing. Okay. Yeah, the answer is 8. You can say that thing too. Total distance is 400 kilometer divided by total petrol. This is how much? 20 and then 30, 40 and 10. 50. That makes sense. I'll see this thing. Okay, I'll see this thing. Okay, this question is again based on that particular question. Continue this question now. Okay, so let's start this one. Her car's tank capacity is 35 liters. Petrol costs 45 liters in Rampur. So she has to travel back from R to S. There is 800, 650, 600 and 400. Minimum amount of money she would need for purchasing petrol for the return trip. So what was the cost here? 30, 35 and 40. So the cost here is 30 rupees. 30, 35 and 40. This was the cost. Yep. Okay, she has 5 liters right now. Okay. Now she has to go back and we have to find the minimum amount she has to spend. Like it is this much is we have to spend. So this distance we already know that the mileage is 8 liter. We found that value. The mileage is 8 liter. So means we can say she can only cover 40 liters, 40 kilometers, sorry, 40 kilometers with 8 kilometer mileage, right? Means she is not able to cover the complete distance of 150. She is not able to complete this distance in 5 liters. So means she has to buy some petrol here. This, I guess, this is not for 30, 35 and 40. And here it is given as 45 rupees. Yep. So means she has to buy. So let's just buy. How much does she require? So she has to cover anyhow 110 kilometers. Or she can cover 40 kilometer in those 5 liters because the mileage is 8 kilometer per liter. Correct. So she has to cover 110 more. And how much amount she has to spend in this kilometer? So she has to spend, the price is 45 rupees. So she has to spend 110 divided by 45. Right? She has to spend this much amount. So she will arrive here at 650. Now she has to cover how much kilometer? It is 50 kilometer. And she has to buy this at the rate of 40. Yep. 40 rupees per liter. हाँ डी ठीक है इसका आंसर. It, I guess it was थोड़ा सा approximated आता है इसका आंसर, if I'm not wrong, when I have done this. Sorry, when I have done this question, something 1743.5, if I'm not wrong. Similarly, and how much is lost? The system is lagging today. Yeah, correct. Okay, so we can say here that the distance has to be covered here. So 110 kilometer, and how much is the per liter price? 8 kilometer. So how much does she has to? How much is the amount that she has to pay? So the amount here is 110 kilometer has to be covered, and the price is, the mileage is 8 kilometer per liter. So how much would be the amount? This is giving me the liter value. Liter. And this is how much, how many liters, how many, what is the cost here? The cost is 45. So this is the first value that we have to calculate. Doing the same for the another, which is this 50 kilometers. So 50 kilometer and the mileage is 8 kilometer. This is in liters. We have to multiply by the cost, that is 40 rupees. So here it is 110 into 45 by 8. And there it is 30. And the mileage is 8. So the cost is 35 rupees. So when you add these values, it is roughly around 140. I have used the calculator for done this calculation. So it is roughly around this. So 1744 is the answer. So it is balancing the part. Kilometer divided by the this mileage will give you the liter, and the per liter price is 45 rupees. So accordingly, we can find the further values. Okay, this question is there. Again, a question based on TSG. Try this one. Okay, so there are two buses from A to B. This is A from A to B. And such that each bus makes 5 rounds trip in a day. There are no stops in between. These buses play back and forth on the same route. So वापस जैसे हम पहुंचेगी वापस repeat return हो जाएगी. Each morning the bus start at 7 from the respective terminus. They meet for the first time at the distance of 7 kilometer from this. So let's say एक बस यहाँ से निकलती है, एक बस यहाँ से निकलती है, and they meet at 7 kilometer from A. तो पहली बार वो यहाँ मिलते हैं. This is the first meeting point, you can say. After that, पहली बस तो यहीं जाएगी, and then they meet for the, sorry ये हो गया, their next meeting is 4 kilometer from B point. तो बसेस फर्स्ट बस तो B की तरफ जा रही है और वो फिर यहाँ मिलते हैं 4 किलोमीटर फ्रॉम हियर. नाउ दूसरी बस यहाँ जा रही थी, दिस इज द फर्स्ट मीटिंग पॉइंट. फिर वो यहाँ गई, फिर वापस आई मुड़ के और वो यहाँ पहुंची. ऐसे ही फर्स्ट बस ने किया, यहाँ तक पहुंची और फिर वो वापस आई, देन वो यहाँ पे मिल जाते हैं. सो दिस इज हाउ द फर्स्ट मीटिंग एंड सेकेंड मीटिंग हैपन. So let's assume the distance between these two meetings is x kilometers. Now, the fundamental here is whenever two bodies meet, we have to balance. We can say the time taken for the meeting is always same. जैसे मतलब यहाँ if I say that first bus is coming from here and second is from here, so whatever the time the first has taken to cover this particular kilometer, the same time has to be taken by the second bus to cover the rest of the kilometer. So first bus has taken how many kilometer? 7. And second bus has taken how many kilometer? It is x plus 4. So we can say this is the ratio of the distance. It is equal to their speed ratio. So speed of the first bus is A and speed of the second bus is B. Now proceeding further, we can say here, when first bus is going in this direction and then coming back, so the first bus has covered x plus 8 kilometers. So the same speed ratio will be equal to x plus 8 kilometer for the first bus. Second bus is already at this meeting point. So second bus has covered how many kilometers? This is 7 and 7 2 times plus x. This is x plus 14. So we just balance this equation now. It is 7x plus 98 equals to x square plus 12x plus 64. Sorry, 8 and 4, 32. So I can clearly see there is a factorization of 11 and minus 6. Sorry, minus 11 and 6. You can check by sum of roots and product of roots. Okay, so we can say x equal to 6 here. So this is the distance between the two meeting points. Now, how much distance, what is the cost that we have to find? So we can say the total distance is how much? 7 plus 6, 13 plus 4, 17. 17 is the total distance. The cost of running is 20 per kilometer. So this is the total cost. Also, there is a 5 round trips. Okay, there's a round trip like to and fro. So there are total of 10 trips. 5 राउंड ट्रिप है, तो राउंड मतलब 2 हमारे यहाँ पे ए से बी और बी से ए डिस्टेंस कवर होगा. सो वी कैन से इन 5 राउंड ट्रिप्स वी हैव टू कवर 10 टोटल distance traveled between A and B, to and fro. So this is for one bus. There are two buses, two for that. So this is 6,800 rupees. So C, second is the correct answer. Is it clear? Okay. Understood this part? Yeah. Just last question. Solve this question now. So Shyam, a fertilizer salesman, sells directly to farmers. He visits two villages A and B. Shyam starts from A and travels 50 to the east, then 50 northeast at 45 degrees, and then 50 to east to reach B. If the shortest distance between A and B is in the format this, find the value of A plus B plus C. So we have seen the similar type of question in this particular CAT exam. So we can, okay, in this CAT 2024, we have seen this type of question, I guess in slot 1, if I'm not wrong. And this was the question of XAT 2012. So as you can, now you can relate these questions. The type can be same. It is possible. That's why PYQs are important for any before any particular exam. So let's start the question now. We have this 50 meter. We have to start from point A. 50 meter to in the east. And then we go at 45 degree. The distance covered is 50 again. And then from this point, we again go to east, 50 meter. We have to find the minimum distance between these 2 points. So we can say that the minimum distance is always something like this. This is a direct path. How can I find this distance? We have to find the horizontal distance and the vertical distance. Means I can say this is a right angle for me. So for that, I need this part. We can clearly see this is a isosceles triangle, 45, 45. So this is how much. You can apply the trigonometry, or you can say this is x, and then apply the Pythagoras. So when you find the Pythagoras with the help of Pythagoras or trigo, it is 25 root 2. You can cross check 2 plus 2 and then 4 and then square root. Okay. So these are the triangle is like this. That's your AB. It is 25 root 2. And this is how much? How much is the base? 50 plus 50, 100. 100 plus 25 root 2. And that's 90. We have to find this AB. Again, I can see this is 25 can be taken common. I'm just removing this 25. I will apply the Pythagoras over root 2. I'm removing 25. I'm taking it as a common. So this is the remaining thing. 4 plus root 2 here and 4 root 2 is here. I have taken 25 common. Again, I'm saying. So I'm applying the Pythagoras over this 4 plus root 2 and root 2. So let me just apply it. It is 16 plus 2 plus 8 root 2 plus 2 and then square root. How much is it? It is 20 plus 8 root 2 whole square root. So I can clearly say now that AB is how much? I will multiply that 25 back. So after Pythagoras, I'm getting this result. Now it is in this format A plus B and root C. I can clearly see that 4 can be taken common. When I take 4 common, it will be 2 outside the square root, making 25 to 50. This is 4 has been taken common. It is 5 plus 2 root 2. Again, there is no coefficient of root C. So means this has to be transferred back. This will say it is root 8. So now everything is in perfect format. I can say A equals to 50, B equals to 5, and C equal to 8. So A plus B plus C is how much? 63. So none of the option is the correct answer. Is this question clear? We have covered mostly say 2012 questions. I'll see if something is remaining. And we'll start ZAT 2013 from tomorrow. So if you have any doubt in the particular question, I will look for that particular question and I guess one question was remaining. Oh, 2 questions. Okay, take a screenshot of this question. This can be a homework. Question is based on, you can see mixtures. And this question is also there. Coordinate geometry, I can see here. Yeah. So these questions are there for homework. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being there. Bye-bye. Good night.